JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 8 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead that you take the initiative and pay attention to this episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I suggest, and so does everybody else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This is going to be The Walking Dead Season 8 episode number 12. The title of this episode is called The Key. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode, which I've seen before, just doing a reaction to it to have it on my channel, and doing a reaction to it due to the fact that they announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead is going to be the final season of The Walking Dead show. We start off at the Sanctuary. Negan organizes the Saviors to cover their weapons in blood and viscera of the walkers prior to an attack on the Hilltop community. And Dwight, he's kind of struggling with hiding his loyalty to Rick and his allies from Negan and the other lieutenants, particularly Simon, as the Saviors start to convoy towards the Hilltop. And then Rick and Michonne return to the Hilltop to regroup. Daryl actually apologizes to Rick for enabling the Saviors to clear out the Sanctuary, resulting in the attacks on various communities. But Rick admits he also didn't want anybody to die. The two decide to continue scouting around the Hilltop, leaving Maggie in charge. While waiting, Maggie spots empty crates outside the Hilltop, and on retrieving them, finds a note requesting supplies and vinyl records in exchange for the promise of the key to help them. Of course, Maggie is cautious. Along with Rosita, Michonne, and Enid, they decide to comply to see who might be willing to help. At the planned meeting point, the four meet Georgie with her aides Hilda and Midge, who offer them knowledge in exchange for supplies they want to bring. Or they were to bring, I should say. And then Maggie decides to hold them at the Hilltop until they can figure out what they can do. As Maggie and Michonne discuss what to do, Enid suggests they should just turn Georgie away. Michonne talks her down, and Maggie realizes that the better option would be to fulfill Georgie's wishes. Georgie, in return, offers them some of their food and a book of plans for constructing a structure like windmills, hoping that Maggie can turn Hilltop into a thriving community the next time she visits. And then as Georgie drives off, Enid admits to Michonne she killed the leader of the Oceanside, Natanya, and is unsure how she can know what the right thing to do would be. And then outside the walls of the Hilltop, Rick spots the Saviors convoy and proceeds to chase them down, ramming Negan's car out of the convoy. Rick chases Negan through a desolate town, eventually tipping his car over. Negan flees into an abandoned building. Rick, of course, follows him upstairs with the walkers following after them. Rick tries to kill Negan with a hatchet. Negan dives for cover but falls into the building's basement after crashing through some of the rotten wood. And then Rick follows Negan into the basement, finding his bat, Lucille. And as the two play cat and mouse in the dark basement, Negan offers Rick to forgo their hostilities with a reduced Savior take as long as he cooperates. Rick rebukes him, and knowing that the scavengers had been wiped out, which he believes were by Negan's orders. Negan, who had Simon go make his standard deal with the scavengers, realizes that Simon disobeyed him by killing the scavengers to lure Negan out. And then Rick sets fire to Lucille and uses it to bash through a door that he heard walkers behind. The two fight as walkers swarm them, and then Negan manages to recover Lucille and get away before Rick can safely escape. And then Simon orders the other Saviors to surround the area while he and Dwight go look to find Negan. While looking, Simon talks to Dwight, suggesting that they consider Negan may be dead so they can take control of the Saviors and make the group stronger. And then they find Negan's upturned car, but instead of searching for Negan, Dwight sets fire to it and they return to the rest of the men. Simon takes control, stating that Negan may be dead, and he now plans to expunge all the other communities. Elsewhere, Negan wakes up in a car to find that he was taken captive by Jadis, holding him at gunpoint, and that's how the episode ends. So this was actually the first episode of The Walking Dead that I did a review on my channel with. The first one, I'm obviously redoing them until at some point in season 10. And I think I liked the episode more the first couple times I watched it. It was still good, but it was a little slower than I anticipated, but still a solid episode. I liked the Negan stuff. It was great. The stuff with Rick and Negan, their first really good fight, I think, or eerie moment. I'm going to give the episode an 8.8 out of 10. And the character of this episode is going to be Rick, by far. Now, the Georgie stuff was kind of thrown in there at a weird point. I would have expected that later in The Walking Dead, and we haven't seen that character since. They talked about her finally, but we haven't seen her since. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this episode, The Key from Season 8, go ahead and smash that like button. And even if you don't like this episode, which you probably do like it, but if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, despite this episode, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this video, share it to them. Don't forget to leave me a comment about your thoughts on The Walking Dead. You can talk about this episode or just anything in Walking Dead general, or anything Walking Dead in general. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.